The World Cup exposes Argentine racism, bro. This man right here, he's a Wakanda boy, always crying about black people. Oh, black people, they are oppressed. Black people, they face racism, this and that. And you guys know the Argentine team, the RB Celeste, they don't have a black people in their team. To me, I have no problem with it. It's like talking about the Senegal team doesn't have white people in. It is what it is. It's not that bad. So let me see how this guy gonna be crying.
So right now, y'all, the World Cup is happening. I believe this is a event of different teams worldwide competing.
You don't even know what the World Cup is. And now you better start rambling shit. Rambling nothing but bigotry.
Competing in a soccer event, and it's actually happening.
Soccer, you even call it soccer, bro. Are we taking something serious from this man? I'm gonna debunk him until his life will be also be debunked out of him, bro. Let's go.
In America. Now, I'm an American, y'all, and you know, we don't really care about soccer
Sure.
like that. In fact, I wouldn't even have known this event was happening if it wasn't for Twitter. Now, to dive deeper into that, it wasn't even the soccer highlights that necessarily caught my attention of this World Cup happening, but instead it was the anti-black memes that I came across specifically from Argentina's Twitter accounts. So here is an example of a tweet I've come across. This is an account from Argentina, and look at Elon Musk talking about some visibility limited, yada yada. How it got 2 million views and 32,000 likes.
He probably was about to get 10 million.
Limited bullshit. Now, as y'all can see, the photo is blurred, but I'm going to explain to you what's happening in it. I'm not even going to risk showing it because Twitter blocked it, so I know YouTube might do the same thing. But basically, it is a white Argentina man from a distance holding a rope, and the end of the rope has a noose on it over a black man who has very exaggerated features, and he's like, you know, pulling the rope, right? So a crazy.
Bro, if you're not showing, don't tell us shit. What?
Image. In the comments, someone said, gotta be funny if an African team eliminates Argentina. And he replied, translated from Spanish, he says, you're gonna have to wait a long time, little black one. And if y'all know anything about Argentina, I expect this.
I mean, someone can be racist, but if someone is racist and is Argentine, don't put the whole blame on Argentinian people. He may be racist, same way someone black may be racist, the same way someone Asian, someone who's from Middle East, who's Arab can be racist. Racism is everywhere. But if someone is racist, don't put to everybody. Messi is not racist. But if you focus, oh, this guy is Argentine and is racist, it's like you're trying to say, because also Messi is Argentine, also means Messi is racist.
We're going to dive into that later. So right here we have a tweet, and this isn't anything bad about black people or anything, but they ended up quote retweeting this tweet, and I just want to read it first. It says, in quote, we'll beat Messi if Allah wills it. They provoke a lot, but we have to bring the passion to the match and play smart. If Allah wills it in, we'll have a great World Cup. And this was a player from Algeria, right? And y'all know Algeria is in Africa. An Argentina person retweeted this, and as you can see, what happened, little black guy? Looks like Allah didn't want to. And it is a, you know, I don't know what's going on here.
Crazy.
Stretching the black guy face apart, and it's a white man back here. So yeah, you see it. This tweet ended up going stupid viral. Over 42 million views, over 134,000 likes. And then, you know, through the replies, I just see a lot of, like, look at this. Like, what the hell is going on? Someone says, never knew how racist and Islamophobic and disrespectful Argentinians.
Nah. Few Argentinians, bro. Don't put all Argentinians they are disrespectful. No. Most of them, they're probably nice people. But because some few idiots went on Twitter and said some crazy shit, I don't like this whole generalization. I don't like this whole globalization of people. Everybody is their own person. If someone does a crime, they should be the one punished for that crime, not his family, not everyone who has the same color, who has the same thing as him or the same features. They're not the people to be persecuted for that. So everybody's their own person. You gotta understand that. Stop the globalization once again.
Or until this World Cup. Me personally, I already knew Argentina was moving like this. As I get older, I understand that everybody don't like niggas, and when our black people gonna understand that shit, you know what I'm saying? We need to start moving accordingly. The great thing about this whole situation, though, is that this tweet ended up getting ratioed bad. They said Argentina is way too poor of a country to be this racist. Them niggas got way bigger problems to worry about, and they got black people on their mind. This
Nah.
how they be, y'all. Now we moving on from Twitter now. I want to give
That's
y'all
not
just a
true.
quick history lesson of Argentina and the anti-blackness that it has. Now in 2026, the current black population of Argentina is very small, right? I'll put it up on the screen. And it's crazy because at one
Same
point
in
in
Africa.
time, specifically during the 1800s, the black population was very big there. I believe it was 1/3 of it. However, due to basically a genocide, most black people were removed from Argentina, if you get what I'm saying.
In 1800, about a third of Buenos Aires was black. And by 1875, the Argentine government had stopped counting black citizens in the census because there supposedly weren't enough left. Now, maybe it's just me, but when I hear something like that, I have questions because people don't just disappear.
They don't.
So, of course, I started digging. What I found was one of the wildest stories I've come across in a long time. See, a lot of people today genuinely believe that Argentina didn't have a significant black population, ever. If you ask some Argentines about black Argentinians, they'll probably tell you that black people just came there recently, that they're immigrants, that they've always been a tiny minority. But that's not what the history says. Black people helped build Buenos Aires. Black people fought in Argentina's wars for independence. Black people helped shape Argentine culture. Even parts of the tango trace back to Afro-Argentine traditions. So how do you go from a city where black people made up roughly a third of the population to a country where people grow up believing that black Argentinians barely exist? That's where the story gets ugly. Part of it was war. Black men were disproportionately pushed into military service and sent to fight in conflicts with devastating casualty rates. Part of it was disease. Yellow fever tore through Buenos Aires in 1871. And it hit black communities especially hard. But the more I read, the more I realize this wasn't just a story about tragedy. It was also a story about intention. Because there were powerful people in Argentina who openly believed that the country's future should be white. Not diverse, not multicultural, white. And unlike people today who hide behind coded language, these men wrote it down. One of the most famous was Domingo Faustino Sarmiento. He's celebrated in Argentina today. Schools named after him, streets named after him, a former president, a founding figure. And he argued openly that Argentina should be remade through European immigration. Then came something called the Blanqueamiento. Millions of European immigrants were encouraged to come to Argentina. The country changed rapidly. And while all that was happening, something else was happening too. The remaining Afro-Argentine population was slowly being erased. Not just from neighborhoods, from records, from census categories, from public memory. That's the part that got me.
Wait, did they kill them? That's what I'm waiting for. Did they get killed? Was there a genocide? Because if you tell me they went to war and they died. People die in wars, man. That's nothing new. But was there some black chilling people who just got slaughtered for no reason? That's what I want to know.
Because when most people hear the word erasure, they picture like burning books or something. But sometimes erasure looks a lot quieter than that. Sometimes it's changing categories. Sometimes it's deciding who gets counted, whose story gets told. And then a few generations pass. Right.
Yep.
And eventually people start saying, there were never any black people here. What are you talking about?
Hey, and that is what I believe they're trying to do. We see Trump taking out all of the black history, all the slavery. You know what I'm saying? This is why it be so important that I try to tell all my black folks, man, stay educated. Learn about your history. This isn't having a victim mindset. You have to understand things so they won't happen again, right?
Yeah, this man, he probably one of the niggas with the biggest victim mindset I've ever seen. On God.
So make sure y'all dive into all the black history, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Learn the tragic things these folks did. And I think the reason they want to take this away because, you know, I feel like it's impossible to learn about black history as a black person and not feel that fire ignite inside of you. Like whenever I read the tragedies and the things that happen to us, or even the good that they don't teach about, it just ignites something in, right? Like it made me go so hard and it creates that revolutionary for real. And that's what they don't want. So learn your history. Don't let them erase this shit, dog.
And what keeps sticking with me is that Afro-Argentines never fully disappeared. Their descendants are still there. Their history is still there.
So if they didn't get killed, to be honest, if they didn't get killed, I'm like, what? I was expecting something way crazy, but if you told me they didn't get killed and the people still black is still living in Argentina, yeah, that's normal. Like that's not that big of a deal as people trying to make it seem.
Their contributions are still there. The thing that disappeared was the acknowledgement.
Oh,
right?
acknowledgement. All right.
And honestly, I think that's one of the scariest forms of erasure. Because once a country forgets who helped build it, it becomes a whole lot easier to pretend that those people never mattered in the first place. A third of Buenos Aires was black. And that should be common knowledge. The fact that it isn't is part of the story.
Hey, big shout out to Ashley, man. I always watch her videos. She makes details.
Yeah, to be honest, this girl, she's so good at making the videos she's doing, but the way she was making this scene, it looks something like dark, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal, girl. It's like coming to Africa, like South Africa, be like, oh, the white people built South Africa, but now they don't get credit. Have you seen white people cry about it? If a white person cries about it, now they have fucking problem.
History lessons on Black history, man. Show her some love.
Look at this.
Today I'm in Argentina and I'm trying the most viral burger here.
Bro, what? Hold on.
Big nigga.
A big nigga.
Big nigga.
This is a food spot in Argentina, bro.
A restaurant in Argentina is making headlines because its restaurant contains a racial slur. And honestly, if you know Argentina's history, this shouldn't surprise you. Because the real history isn't that a restaurant used a racist word or that it's making money off of it. The real story is that Argentina spent generations convincing the world and itself that black and indigenous people barely existed there at all. Today, when most people picture Argentina, they picture European architecture, tango, soccer, and descendants of immigrants from Spain, Italy, and Germany. They don't picture black people, but they should, because at one point, Buenos Aires was one of the most black cities in South America. So what happened? How did an entire population seemingly disappear? The answer is a story involving war, disease, immigration, and racial whitening, and one of the most successful acts of historical erasure in the world. And once you understand that history, a restaurant casually using a racial slur doesn't seem shocking. It seems predictable.
Argentina showing their ass so far this World Cup is not surprising to me at all. There really needs to be a study done on Argentina and like why it's so racist. I saw somebody say that Argentina is way too poor to be as racist as it is, and I honestly agree. I don't understand how your government and politics can be so shit, and then the first thing you're worried about is black people.
Blacks.
You guys have a lot more to worry about. And it sucks because I'm a Barca fan. I love Messi, but I can...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like a ticking time bomb. You could be a fan of these people the whole time. They don't like you. You know, y'all fans of Messi. That nigga Argentina, he might feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
What? That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. Oh, he's like... He might feel that way. Let me find it. Can I see Messi with black people? Can I get that, please? Messi with black people, I want to see that. I want to see that if I can find a video of him with black people. Oh, he might feel that way. Bro, not everyone is racist. Oh, Messi doesn't like black people. He might feel that way. This is why I don't like these people, man. These people, they have like a crazy victim mindset to the point everyone that is white, they treat them as an enemy. Like, bro, come on, relax. Everyone who's white, there's no problem being white, but the fact you guys trying to make it right now look like Argentinian people, they're all racist is bad, bro. It's bad. That's racism in itself.
Ever root for Argentina when it comes World Cup time. Ever. Like, it's not...
Who cares about this nigga support? Oh, I don't support Argentina. Who is you? You don't care? We don't care what you care, bro.
Not gonna happen. It has never happened. And part of me can't wait till he retires because he's still putting up generational games for them. He makes the hate watches so hard. And also just like the history of racism.
Yeah, true, bro. Right now he has 5 goals, man. Top scorer right now. But right now, this night, Mbappe and Haaland, they're gonna take over. But tomorrow he coming back against Jordan. So that's a fucking hat-trick.
Country has in its eugenics practices. They're a country that encouraged Nazi German immigration, prioritized European infrastructure to get more white people to come to their country. And a lot of those white people that came over were German, post-World War II, Nazi Germans. So them being racist now is not really like that crazy of an idea. Like, no shit, they have a history rooted in colorism, eugenics, and inferiority complex.
That's it for this video. I hope.
Yeah, all right, buddy. All right, buddy. All right, buddy, chat. Yeah, me, I love Argentina, and I'm not gonna see Argentinian people get put under this big rock, and I'm just gonna come here, act like it's a bad thing, bro. So with that being said, chat, we gotta show love to Argentinian people, man. We love you guys so much. Yo, what's good, Forex Geek? I hate when you react to people, react to clips. Did you say bad words, bro? Don't say that. Ew. What? Forex Geek hitting on me? Nah, bro. Listen up. En Argentina nací, tierra de Gael.